Okay guys, so the drainage project's just about to wrap up. We've got the gutters on, we've got downspouts on. Now that we're all dried in, I'm gonna take you through a complete walkthrough of everything I plan to do to the garage. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is the floor. So this is an existing concrete floor. It's a little uneven. It's been painted at least once or twice. It's kind of like a gray color. It's very hard to tell because it's absolutely filthy. But I haven't done much with this floor again because it just constantly gets wet. You can see how much dirt is on here. We had a storm 2 weeks ago and literally up to probably here, so 2/3 to 3/4 of the way into the garage, it was completely standing water. So we're gonna solve the drainage and then it's gonna motivate me to do this floor. From a lighting perspective, just going to the top, I did add 2 lights over the car. You can see here, just on some pull chains. They work pretty well. They put out a nice amount of light. I can't remember exactly which fixture they were, but just like a 2-bulb LED. So they do actually create a nice amount of light in here. So I think the plan is gonna be to put 2 more here and here. Okay, so that'll give us 4 lights across the middle, 2 large lights going front to back. So pretty even distribution to the extent we can get it. The issue up top here is we've got a slope ceiling. It's not ideal for, installing lights, what have you. So I'm gonna hold off on that now and kind of see how I like the distribution with the 6. Not a big garage, 500 square feet. Seems like 6 lights should give a very decent amount of light in here. And I wanna get all those on a common switch, whether I need to go to a remote situation, a push button, that controls, some type of relay or controller up top or whatever. I really want to get those to a switch, get rid of all the pull chains, really just clean up all the crap that's up here. This is switched here, so the ones down the middle are switched on that. And so if there's a way, I think, to probably tie into this J-box for these side ones and actually just hardwire them and then hardwire these other 2, that'll be all of them on a switch. That'd be great. So that's that. And then, this is currently the lift situation. So I've got these QuickJack 7000s. I actually love these. They lift all the vehicles we own, including my Range Rover Sport, which is super heavy. They're convenient in that you can take them, and put them under the car, lift the car, put it right back up. If you've seen any of the videos I've done for, wheels or the brake calipers or any of that, you've seen me use those. So I'm gonna stick with those. This is all detailing stuff. So I did sort of organize this stuff with some bins and carriers and plastic bins for the microfiber and buckets and all that kind of stuff on an open shelf. It's been okay. Again, that was kind of my first step in at least getting this stuff organized. But as you can see, it gets messy very quickly. It also gets really dusty because it's really impossible to dust or clean this stuff that's on an open shelf, short of taking everything off and literally hand cleaning it. So that's not ideal. But this is the Cobra Jet hose. I've got that just on a manual reel cartridge pressure washer, which currently sits on the floor. I did run water over here, just hooked up 2 little feeder hoses, air compressor, air hose for filling tires, blowing cars off, stuff like that. Reel with electrical. This is the QuickJack system. And then I picked up this tool cart about a year ago, just to at least get a baseline tool setup. It's been pretty good. Picked up a standard set of things. It's a equivalent of 3 drawer, essentially, really 6, but 3 are very small. But yeah, it's handy. It's worked to serve its purpose. And then all this is like garden stuff for the most part, half of which we don't even need. And then we've got all this stuff kind of randomly hanging throughout the garage up top. You got ladders, you got garden tools, etc. So here's the plan. The plan would be essentially, I'll back up here to give you a view, but we're gonna do cabinet array across the entire back of here. So basically you'll have an array that goes left to right, cabinets that run basically under the windows, and then probably a TV in the center. So when I'm out here on the weekends and there's F1 or golf or, baseball or whatever, on, I can at least have something on here. Also, when I'm doing DIYs and things like that, it'll be a smart TV. So I will be able to pull up YouTube videos and how-tos and things like that, which I use all the time to do certain things, to play them on there while I'm working on here, use a remote, pause, rewind, etc. So that'll be super helpful. The idea is to really clean this up. Again, cabinet array. In terms of cabinets, I looked at a Sabre option from Obsessed Garage that priced out at about $4,500 for everything. Really awesome cabinets. I know Matt just put those in his house. I know they're a really great option if you don't want to do Sonic. That said, again, at least for phase 1, it's not to say, I can't iterate on this. I'm gonna go with something more off the shelf, you know, like a New Age or a Husky or something like that. Stuff that Obsessed Garage sells, Sonic, Sabre, those are amazing cabinets if you really want to go with those. But I'll give you my user experience as it relates to probably what'll be Husky in terms of their cabinets and my use. And sort of my case is a lot of detailing. So like this is most of what I own. In terms of tools, most of what I have to work on cars fits in this one cabinet. So, you know, again, I don't necessarily need 5 cabinets of Sonic 6 drawers because I don't have that many tools and I don't do necessarily that level of like car stuff. I mean, do oil changes, I do bolt-on mods, all that. So larger cabinets, like 2 doors with a shelf, are actually going to suit me quite well. And again, I think the value of the Sabre stuff, the Sonic stuff, is like the drawer slides, the soft close, like if you're doing 6 drawer, 4 drawer, you know, all that. So not going to do that. Probably going to do the Husky, just kind of in a black and silver to match all that. But that is the plan. So cabinet array in the back, new lighting. We're going to dress up the floor. We're going to get the drainage done. Oh, last thing is the pressure washing situation over here is not helpful because if a car is parked here and my routine is to wash out here and then I pull in to dry. Well, I don't now because it's so dirty, but the plan is to be able to wash out here and then get out of the sun immediately and actually do all the drying and everything in here, which would be great with kind of this setup. But the issue is if there's a car parked here and you're trying to wash any of the other vehicles we have, like those two out here, this hose bounces all off like the front fender when you're trying to roll it up, and you're sneaking around the front of this to kind of open this situation and start it, and you know, it's just really annoying. So I'm moving the entire wash bay setup from here over to this back wall. And so we'll mount it all here on shelves. So we'll do pressure washer up top. We'll do Cobra Jet hose down below. Wash cars as much as I do, like anything you can improve on that front, it would be great. So we'll move that over to this back wall, much closer where it needs to be, and you know, further out of the way up off the ground. I will probably move power up top, you know, mount it up here so it's pulling down more centered. So it gives me the ability to really use that throughout the entire garage. And then this, which is the pump mechanism for the quick jacks, I need to figure out a solution for that. Maybe something where I mount it sort of semi-permanently inside one of the base cabinets so it's out of the way, and these can be spooled up in the base cabinet, maybe on like that bottom shelf here. I don't know, but I want to get that out. You know, it needs to kind of be in the front is the challenge because these two come out to the jacks depending on which, you know, side of the garage you're using it. So it really does need to be over there. But anyway, that's the plan. Just wanted to give you guys an overview, and I hope you enjoy this series. Again, if you have an old garage that you're kind of like, man, this thing's so dingy, I know it's never gonna look good, I'm just not even gonna try, and it just bothers you a lot, I'm gonna take you along on this journey. I think there's a way to, again, not spend a lot of money and get an old garage to, you know, maybe like an 8 out of 10, whereas today it's like a 5 out of 10 for a pretty budget-friendly price. So stay tuned. Especially if you've got an old garage, want to figure out how to set it up, then this is the series for you. But appreciate you guys watching, and stay tuned for the next one. Hit like, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one.